It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we've got Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals. This one promises to be hard fought. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sideline, we've got Allie LaForce. All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. We've got Wembanyama. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Parker in at the one. And for Seattle, we've got Dwight Howard. And it's Peyton in at the one spot.
Yeah, last game was absolutely insane. Probably the best game so far. Had to go into overtime to decide the winner. But
Seattle will get the first possession.
the Spurs definitely need to win.
Now here's Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Kim. And he packs it down.
Amazing.
Face of Victor Wembanyama. That'll be a move to remember. Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. Parker outside. Pass to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Over Howard. Fox for 3. Seattle pulls it in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Seattle. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Be effective.
Thank you for that, Allie. Hardaway, no good. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Fox finds Parker. Back to Fox. Pass to Robinson. And out of bounds. Seattle will have it.
Not a good start for sure. It's a long game, long series. But being down 2 already, not good.
Outside Durant. Pass to Hardaway.
My team wouldn't be this good if I didn't have Durant, to be honest.
Jacks up
So
a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
I mean, come on, man. It's a shot you expect to make.
Here's Peyton. Nice start for him. Taking his first shot.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
So Golden State
Fox with the ball.
won their first 2 games
Puts up a
against
3.
the Kings.
Grabs the miss.
So they're down 2-0.
0 for the night.
And the Knicks are up 2-0 on the Hawks. And and Boston's up 2-0 on the Bucks.
And inside. Leonard's there. Durant's shot is off. Spurs trail by 4. Fox outside. Stop the drought. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Hardaway, no good.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Parker finds Fox. The 3 is up. Fox can't get that one to fall.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
For San Antonio, they've gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. Nothing call here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a time out in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Well, let's take a look at the players leading the way in the postseason. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's high post. He's against Howard. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in
Leading against Parker. Durant for three. Fires in the triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Robinson, a screen on Hardaway. And it's Fox missing.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any changes.
Durant, pass to Hardaway. And it goes! As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
This is looking
And
ugly.
now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Seattle.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Spurs trail by 12. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed, a rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Three-pointer, Fox. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
And he lobs it up.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Yeah, for San Antonio, you have to make a shot. You haven't made a single shot, and it's already been almost 5 minutes in the game. It's pretty sad. That's probably why they're down 2-0 in the series. Oh, they played pretty good last game. Pretty good last game for sure. My favorite would be to play Golden State and then the Celtics. That would be awesome.
He's scoreless.
But we still have to we have to win 2 more games.
On the way,
So it doesn't matter until we win 2 games.
Hardaway. Yep, count it.
Wembanyama, let me go quick.
Seattle leading by 12. Now Hardaway. Pass to Kemp. Lays it up, banks it in. Kemp's got 6 points.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
The way I figure, I'll probably start my WNBA season
Screen by Robinson.
after the season's over.
Howard grabs a miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds now.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Durant. And Seattle tacks on 2 more.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. Gotta keep him out of the paint.
Howard, the screen. Pass to Kemp.
YouTube needs to like
Hardaway. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Shot by Leonard, no good. Seattle leading by 17.
what I hope happens is my videos that kids are they're kid friendly like this. They shouldn't be able to see my adult video, like adult content, talking about adult things, adult language, you know.
Still without a bucket.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think maybe they can't if they have like the parental programming on, so
He buries it.
they can see these videos on my YouTube channel, but nothing else.
Three-point shooter. The line only takes them if he feels.
That's what the hope is,
And it's Howard finishing it off.
because
Right in his stride.
this should be for everybody.
And was able to complete the play.
Now here's
But my other content isn't for everybody. because I use vulgar language.
Lets it go from deep. Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow-through for Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And Seattle calls time here.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Allen has checked in for Seattle. Westbrook comes in for Peyton.
Yeah, that's the hope, you know. But the reason why I'm making this, and I'm sure that some people who ever do follow my channel are like, what the heck is this stuff? So I'm trying to show a timestamp and trying to show a simulation of what it could look like, what the league, the stuff I talk about in these games,
16.
you know, to create a league that rivals
Pass to Allen.
the NBA, the real thing.
And it's Ginobili with a rebound.
Already +5 in terms
And
of rebound.
in a really expensive league, you would have all the Hall of Famers basically unlocked.
Screen on Hardaway.
You'd have a good percentage of them. So
Left to the wing. Jacks up a three.
that's what people would want anyway. Like,
Seattle leading by 16. Westbrook pass to Allen.
that's what would garner interest. Oh, this team just added another Hall of Famer.
Undersized center, however,
It just changed the league. Like, maybe this team wasn't so good. Maybe they added 3 Hall of Famers at one time.
Gurdon.
You know, so like you can see like where other teams that spend money want to at least try to rival them and be good. They're gonna spend money to try to
Bounce goes his way.
either outdo or equal them.
coach, that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, so if something like this was to exist, it wouldn't start out with every Hall of Famer, but like this would be like towards the end of it. I don't know how fast the that's what I would think. If something like this existed where you can unlock Hall of Famers and some type
Trail by 16.
of reincarnation type of deal,
Parker passes to Gurdon.
where when they retire they can come back into at a younger version, or they don't. You just have to pay to bring them back.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that aspect. And that's a smart pass on the most important.
You got that Hall of Famer on the end of your bench that's like 38. You're like, man, I want him at 21. He's only like a 85. He's only like a 80. He doesn't even play no more on my team. My team's stacked. No,
6 on the shot clock. Pass to Duncan.
I want to retire him so like he'll be able to play.
San Antonio converting.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
Seattle leading by 14.
But we need a minor league for the other players to be able to develop to
Screen.
join this league. You know, like basically like the G League. We should be able to run G League games. Make it like this, but make a G League. And be able to operate both if you want.
Very little space on that attempt.
In like a sandbox or something.
There whatsoever. That's as close
So I can do stuff like this.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And it's Seattle with the ball. San Antonio getting their last shot to go.
But you just have a bunch of people in free agency where they could develop and maybe become a higher overall, which they never did in the NBA, in the G League.
forcing the D's hand.
Pass to Gurdon.
And maybe you can't play the games, but you can at least like have rights to it. You know, like kind of like minor league baseball, and then you can trade. You know,
Three-pointer Fox. Knocks down the long
I don't know if that's how the G League works, but that's how it should work.
Blocks in the corner, but he can be very effective for
Seattle leading by 11. Westbrook taking his time here. Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3. Westbrook's got the second bucket on the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know,
A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Back to the game after this break.
Like, this is what I would do if I was running NCAA, and this is what I kind of do anyway in the football, is I try to put the teams in the regions they're at, and then have 2 power conferences where all the elites team go.
As this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on.
And when a team kind of gets like bad,
I'll tell you what, judging from that first period,
I cycle teams out at the end of the year. So I'll put in a team that's in a worse conference, but they're better than the worst team in my conference. I'll trade them as long as they're in my region. And that's how NCAA should be set up. Shouldn't have Stanford in the ACC. What?
they're disciplined. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Like, they were all talking about tradition all this time, and then like they just completely I don't know, just some of the biggest rivalries or traditions just threw out the window. I don't know, not the biggest, but you know, it's just weird. It's just weird why you would allow them to do that. You got a conference with 2 teams in it? Pac-10? What? A major conference at that? It's not even a small conference? Well, it was a major conference.
6 from the wing, and San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
I don't think we need a 16-team playoff. We're fine with 8.
Look outside. Buries it from 3.
You don't need...
His 3rd basket of the night.
And if you do have 16 teams, you don't have championship games. You don't need them. It's too many games. I thought they were all about like, oh, they don't want to do playoffs because they had too many games. Well, why is there a championship game? You don't need it.
Irvin's got 10.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help.
Probably why Notre Dame doesn't want to join a conference, because it just doesn't make any sense in football.
But he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Fox missing. Seattle leading by 10. Allen outside. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
This just makes me think like, dude, stuff has unraveled from society so rapidly.
He's coming.
You know, like NCAA football. It's
Well, once he gets
kind of like a joke, man.
it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
There should be like some type of cap
Time here.
Let's give Coach
for NIL.
trying to find a
I forgot to change their shoes.
Well, that's the job, right?
This is about the same time of the game when I realized it too, right?
So your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Peyton's checked in for Seattle. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for San Antonio.
I actually like college football more than the NFL. And the reason why I got back into the NFL was fantasy football.
Look outside.
I just organically just was so interested in NCAA football.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Spurs.
Out of nowhere, too. It wasn't like something I grew up with. I got myself into it.
Leonard with a screen.
I had no influence for any type of like college sports when I was growing up. It's completely organic.
Basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
When I was a kid, my favorite teams were FSU and Michigan. I think I just liked the colors and they were winning, so it wasn't about they were winning. It's just there was a lot of hype around them. I like.
5 points.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win.
Like you had the Fab Five with Michigan, and then you had their football team was good too. So it was like okay. I liked FSU because of Charlie Ward and Derrick Brooks and work done. It was
The last 12 points inside.
like basically when I started watching, like, oh, those was one of the teams I picked up.
And the bucket
And I basically got into it because of Deion Sanders was he went to Florida State. He was my favorite player. It's kind of funny. And then, like, after watching some Florida State games, I think some Michigan ones came on or something. That looked pretty interesting.
Ginobili over Peyton. Again, the Spurs score.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
My favorite teams in my lifetime are weird. Generally, people are just like do the hometown teams because they don't move around. I moved around so many places. It's like my first favorite teams were like whatever my mom liked, like the Broncos and the Jazz. Then on my own, I liked the Raiders because of Bo Jackson, and then it turned to the Falcons because of Deion Sanders. Then I moved to Detroit, and I become a huge Michigan sports fan.
Goes out of bounds. That one off Allen.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Seattle. Hardaway comes in for Russell Westbrook. Spurs trail by 9.
What this does, like the red pill guys, or I mean, like there's these people, not just okay. When I hear people or podcasters hate on sports, they call it sports ball. It tells me that they were never good enough to even think about playing sports as a kid. So they just buried their face in books, which is great, but like, I think you have to have a balance. I think that you need to have a balance of physicality, athletics. I think sports plays a great part in teaching kids how to work with other kids, how to lose, how to win graciously. You know, there's a lot of life lessons you can learn from sports, and the fact that like there's this hate on it, and it's like really this is the last culture, mainstream culture, that we all really, I mean, not all of us, but it's general, like when I was growing up, we watched all the same commercials. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in about 15, 20 years. You know, but maybe I'll watch a news. I'm not, when I say watch TV, I used to religiously watch TV growing up. You know, like you watch all the new shows coming out and everything like that. That's culture. Well, that same with the movies, same with music. You generally knew like all the most popular songs. Even if you didn't like the genre of music, you still knew like the most popular artist at that time, or at least like a song you at least heard. Maybe heard it was in a movie, it was in a commercial. Like usually new music wasn't in commercials, but you heard about it. It was like the radio. You listened to the radio. They had commercials on there too. And they had podcasts back then. It was called AM radio.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around. Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
What would you call this? Sports entertainment? I don't know. You know what I could do too is I could make a WWE show. Like if I had the time, I didn't have to work a regular job, I could make a channel or this channel where it's just like simulation sports non-stop almost. Like
Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Give him 8.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Spurs trail by 8. Leonard outside.
you could do NASCAR, you know. I think that we need to separate the videos. And we have.
Parker's got his first.
It's hard to separate a lot of my videos.
Defensively, that's
This is easy to separate. My music's easy to separate. My other videos, when I talk about so many different things, what do I put that in? It's a like mix of a bunch of stuff, you know? And I'm hoping that if there is kids that watch this, that they can't see anything else. Like little kids, I'm saying.
Pass to Gervin. Pulls up. Offensive rebound. Parker. And the big finish by Robinson.
This is meant to inspire if anybody does see this. It gives them ideas. Dude, I don't care. I just want to see things be more interesting, you know?
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Leonard finds
When I'm looking at the NBA and sports in general, it kind of feels stagnant. You know, it feels like they're overpaid. They don't want to play. They're paid way more than we can even afford to watch them. And it seems like the more they get paid, the less they want to play. That's what it just seems like. Load management? Oh, come on, dude. You know, like I had a concept where they should all get paid a basic minimum salary. And you get your bonuses based off of what you do on the court. So it's always going to be competitive on the court, even in the All-Star game.
Leonard for three.
You're fighting for money. Like, you get your bonuses based off being a starter, the stats you put up, if your team wins, if your team makes a playoff. You know what I mean? Like, this whole, like, you get paid $50 million a year guaranteed. It's just like, dude, that's so ridiculous, man. You wonder why they're like, it's the NBA's horrible product nowadays, and it's just declining in ratings. I don't know why. It's all they do is shoot threes and dunk. I mean, there's only like one style. That's it.
10 points for him.
And before there was a little bit of physicality.
Go with a three. Shot. No good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
That's what made the Spurs different from everybody else, because they were like their own system.
He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They kind of stuck with the old school ways.
The Spurs making a change.
With a little bit, kind of like what I did with the Sonics, but like mine's more athletic, flashy because of the players I picked. They had kind of a boring. I mean, it's fast-paced style, but it was slowed. It could have been fast-paced with Tony Parker, you know what I mean? But they were like half-court type of style. Like, this is half-court, you know? There's not a lot of running up and down the court. I don't think they really can be with the bigs.
Here's Kim. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Yeah,
That was
you
nasty.
know where Wemby is. If he's anywhere close to the rim, it's really tough.
I think this is how it would look if the old. So basically, you know, when they say that the players nowadays are more skilled than they were back in the old days, yes, they are right. But like, the players. So like, if you had an older player grow up now, you think they're just gonna have the same skills they had as it? No, they would have different skills. You know what I mean? Like, they would be influenced by different players, and like it's like you emulate. When I play basketball, I emulate players. I try to emulate Kobe and Allen Iverson and the Professor whenever I play basketball. You know, like, I like to do all that, like Kobe and Chauncey Billups. I take a little bit of their style and I try to make it my own with my own little flair if I can do it. But you know, that's why Kobe seems so similar to Michael Jordan.
1:46 left in the first half of this one. Pass to Leonard. Here's Gervin.
You would have, like, when I was growing up, we didn't have access to all these different, like, exercises to make you run faster and jump higher. You pretty much were at where you were at back then, especially in the old days. So if they had access to all this like modern medicine and like being able to eat right, and it would be like, dude, if they would be highly competitive in the NBA now, whoever it was. You think that Wilt Chamberlain wouldn't be a dominant center nowadays? You're crazy.
Yes, sir! KD for three!
He's got it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
You know, Shaq was like running the floor when he first came out. Shaq was like breaking backboards. He wasn't Lakers, end of the Lakers, like overweight Shaq, and then, you know, what we got used to. But he was trim, strong, athletic, you know, a taller version of Kemp almost. Like, I mean, I don't think he jumped as high, but he was just so dominant and he was so strong, you know. It was like Mike Tyson, you know, it's intimidating. Not as intimidating. I mean, he was. I'm sure that the other people that had they're like, man, I have to go against Shaq tonight. Trying to guard 300 pounds of solid muscle, 7'1". The dude could dribble too. That was pretty sick.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And so it's Seattle, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be back in a moment.
In this type of scenario, even if like I had it already on the TV, like it wasn't being recorded off the TV, and you could just see like what I see, it's completely like great. You're not gonna want to see my face. It's not like a real NBA game. They don't show their faces the whole game. You know, it's kind of like I'm just commentating. So you're not gonna want to watch our little podcast faces in the corner over there.
Game 3 action here at the break. It's a nice lead.
Maybe when there's a break.
Explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. Checking out the circumstances for Seattle. A dream start. 2 wins on the road, and now a chance to go up 3-zip at home.
Well, they're definitely sitting in a good place, but they gotta watch their backs.
Yeah, overconfidence could be their downfall. They can't get complacent and miss a chance to widen their lead, Artie.
Yeah, I like the chances. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
I'm not sure what I was talking about, but I think that sports, it breeds conversation, and like what I like to do, like I've moved around recently and I go to different cities, and then I end up instantly like,
Welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports.
like if I go somewhere and I'm working with somebody and I can tell they like a team, I'll start acting like I'm a big fan of the other, like the rival of their team that they like. And it brings like friendly, jokingly conversation, like jokingly bantering. You know, this is like war. It's simulating war, simulating battles.
They've got Kevin Durant, and it's Kemp in at the 4-man position.
Should people watch sports non-stop all the time and not pay attention to what's going on in current events and everything else? No.
Aaron is someone teammates love having on their side.
I don't know. I kind of look at politics and everything like there's nothing that we can really do to fix it. It's just pretty much set until like there's something that breaks. I don't know. Just pretty much we just enjoy the decline, I guess.
That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Robinson. Lays it up and banks it in. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I really hope that the current administration makes things better economically for everybody. It's just kind of like Why do we do this? We just go back and forth and like after what happened, after what's been transpiring, after what happened to Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? After like all this stuff that we went through with these people who are in charge. Dude, like if I was emperor, I would like I say I want to be, or I want like Elon or something of America. I wouldn't like be one of these crazy iron-fisted leaders. I would crack down where I have to crack down, but I would want to. I want people to feel freedom and feel like they're free.
Another myth. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around.
I want there to be law and order. I want people to feel safe in society. I want people to be able to walk around in a high trust society and not feel like you're going to get robbed or something bad's going to happen to you.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play.
Yeah, one of the prettiest in basketball. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes.
If this is like the most richest country in the world, which it is, then why don't we have one city without major... Why can't we just have... Even if it's like you have to be rich to go there.
He was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing.
Can we have one place? Like, where's these 15-minute cities that the elites talk about? I don't get it.
Every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for it.
You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Like, what? I own nothing and I don't know. I haven't been that happy. I think that ownership makes people... It brings responsibility to people. It makes people care about the stuff more. For instance, when I rent a place, I do the bare minimum. I don't do extra. I'm not gonna hide.
He's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
I'm not gonna treat it like I own it. You know what I mean? I'll take care of stuff, but I'm not gonna like do extra.
Now just a 3-point Seattle lead.
Look at the space created. Fox had him guessing with that move.
And Seattle calls time here.
Like, there's some things that I just don't understand why we have. Like, why do we just have tools and stuff like that sitting in closets that we really don't even use that often? Like, the stuff we don't use that often that just sit in our closets and in storage. Like, why can't we have more, like, libraries? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need some tools. You go down to, like, this place where you can go check out a tool. I mean, if it's an expensive tool, you gotta, like, you can't just be anybody, you know? You gotta put your name behind it. Like, you'll be responsible for it. Like a book. You know, like that. Like the library does it. You're responsible. You gotta pay late fees. You gotta buy a new book if you destroy it. Stuff like that. Like, I don't understand why we just keep, like, the whole concept of just hoarding stuff and just, like, keeping it in closets is just so weird to me. You know, like, clothes and stuff like that, we have to, but, like, stuff like tools, it's just, we could have more, when I was, I seen this one thing where you can, it's like a free book exchange. It's like, it's in front of libraries usually, in schools.
Let's see who's been working.
We could put in as many books you want, or take as many as you want. They're all for free.
Really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
But we need more stuff like that instead of just holding stuff that we don't use that often in closets, and I don't know.
No good off the glass. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the San Antonio.
I'm just saying, like, it snows where I live, and I don't need a snow shovel all the time. So I would like to rent one for just the season. Do you know what I mean?
Outside Durant. And he's going for the oop here. Throw it down.
I know it sounds weird, but
Defense disorganized. Defense chaos.
we should be further
Fox deciding where to go with it.
in our society when it comes to
Pass to Robinson.
things being more accessible to people. It just seems like stuff's getting less accessible, and that's where a lot of my biggest frustrations come from when you see on my channel. And if anyone watches my content other than this, it's the lack of opportunity, it feels like. And it doesn't matter if I get a degree, because
Hits the rim.
if you look at some of the smartest people who are working on robots and AI, like, they're basically saying that a lot of our jobs are going to be gone in the next 10 to 20 years.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guy shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now, with AI agents and stuff like that, and the continued development of AI and it getting better, you're not going to need a lot of office workers.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work and it's paying off.
That's why I think it's essential for us to bring back manufacturing jobs and for people to start up companies.
Pass to Fox. Now Robinson. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
It's funny to me about the people who hate on the tariffs, and they're like, "Oh, you're paying more," and like maybe for groceries, but it's usually like if you buy stuff from another country.
He's getting it done. Pass to Fox.
So basically, yeah,
This is the three.
if we get taxed heavily on fertilizer or something like that, we're gonna have to pay more. So that's probably why groceries haven't the prices haven't gone down, because of expensive fertilizer.
Nice to see Fox opening his offense up.
But with Trump saying that next year, the Trump administration is saying next year that they're giving away a $2,000 basically stimulus out of the tariffs to people that are not rich. And I don't think that if you don't work, then you shouldn't get it. Like, the people who are on welfare 100%, they shouldn't have gotten any type of stimulus at all. In fact, their stimulus should have went to the working class.
One of the stories here.
So we had a higher stimulus.
Well, they failed to break this guy's rhythm. Maybe a break in the action will help.
What after what happened in 2021 and 2022, and I still can't talk about it to this day on my channel because of our overlords, our video storage overlords and promoters don't want us still talking about it to this day, because they say it's misinformation. I can't even talk about it, and because I'm afraid I'll get a ban or something. Like, with all that happened, I don't even know where I was going with that, but we definitely need prices to come down. Oh yeah. The job that I was working out in Michigan, just at my last job, when I went back, they were telling me, like, during that time, before I went back, during the years I was talking about, they were having to work 16-hour days because people weren't coming in. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you're telling me these people should not get a higher stimulus than, like, people who are just on welfare, not paying anything into the system and just taking from the system? Nobody should have got a welfare check not a stimulus check if you're on welfare, unless, like, you work a job.
Fox has got assist number 8 now on the night.
Well, nice execution off the inbound. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
San Antonio will have it.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
We need grocery prices to come down, and it's like, man, really, this is all I got when you come out of the store. Like, this is all $100 bought me, really. You know, you still have that shock factor. I don't have health insurance right now. I can't afford it. If I had health insurance, I would be taking on $600 debt every single month. That's not sustainable. And what am I taking on health insurance for? Like what am I having it for? If something happens to me and I have to, like, you know, I go bankrupt and all my assets are gone, then I guess that's what happens. I don't know what to say. It's not like I have that much anyway, so. What am I protecting? Why am I spending all this money on health insurance?
Here's Parker. An easy 2 on the layup. Now it's a 3-point San Antonio lead.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Durant, pass to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 12.
I gotta be careful about subject matter.
Gifted finisher. Allow him to find his looks inside at your own rate.
Here's Fox. He takes it in. And it's Fox with the jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
I want this to be for everybody, and I want them to, like, be knowledgeable. And anything I say, go find out yourself, man. Go do your own research. You should.
San Antonio with the rebound. Irvin pass to Parker. 1:24 left in the.
I'm so disappointed in, like, a lot of these famous political podcasters I see. It's just, they just seem so fake.
Irvin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They seem so fake.
Putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly what his team needs.
It's Howard finishing it off.
You know, Westbrook is winning these pick and rolls countless times. Fantastic pass right there.
Parker against Westbrook. Parker.
Like, what Candace Owens is doing right now is absolutely disgusting to me. What she is using her friend's name for narcissistic purposes. Like, she's already rich. Her husband's family is, like, worth $200 million. Like, they're worth a lot of money. Money isn't why she's doing this.
Opportunity here to make a 3-point play.
I'll tell you what.
It's like she's being paid to do it or something, to try to sow division. That's what it seems like to me. You know, it seems like there's these podcasters that are getting all the attention right now, really a lot. Why are they getting the attention? Why is the algorithm giving these people attention?
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Irvin. And here's Fox.
Especially when they speak out against Israel. That's what I want to know.
Here's Irvin. A 3. Seattle pulls it in. Tim's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Westbrook. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. We've got more in store for you right after this.
This is a pretty good game. Well, you know, we'll see if the Spurs can each get a win. They need one.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. It makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
What I think that people need to understand is
Here's Hardaway. The 15-footer is good.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guy.
when people say like we got the Republicans and the Democrats, and you think that you're voting for two different, like it's basically the uniparty. It's the uniparty, then you have factions of the left and the right. That's what it is.
Here's Hardaway, and the layup is good off the glass. And Seattle leads by 4.
Took a tough road ahead. They worked hard to get a good shot.
And yes, it's good.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing.
Here's Hardaway. Again, Hardaway missing. And the Spurs shooting around 53%, a nice number. Here's Leonard. Oh, Leonard! Power move.
Showing off a little muscle on that finish. Kawhi might look calm, but his game is loud.
Yeah, maybe this weekend I should be able to finish this the playoffs by this weekend, and then I should be able to start my WNBA one.
Missed by Hardaway. On offense, here are the Spurs. Inside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
What's funny is just because the simulation starts out on my channel doesn't mean it's gonna stay here. I might make it turn another way onto a different channel.
Seattle missing. Spurs lead by 3. Pass to Curtin.
I don't expect many people to watch this. That's what I'm saying. So this is just a timestamp. This is just something. Everybody's doing the same thing. I'm trying to do something different and innovative. And I'm sure that people like, what are you doing, man? You're filming your TV and then you're like talking about like, you're kind of like, I don't know how I haven't really watched the games when I talk over the announcers.
Here's the 3. Drops in the 3. And the Spurs lead by 6.
I'm not gonna watch everything I put up.
Sharpen their offense in the second half.
That's not how anyone who watches my content in the past, they could see that.
Drops in the layup for 2. Hardaway's got 6 in the quarter.
They can see that how my content works. I don't like to edit.
Okay, no good. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a
That's like a Kobe. I would like to see more of that, more aggressiveness.
Defense, great job to make the outside shots.
The Spurs call time.
I just can't stand Stan Van Gundy's voice, man. I can't even understand what he says. I don't like his accent, whatever it is. Wispy, raspy voice. It is.
For San Antonio. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks so much. I was able to hear San Antonio's coach going over their plan during the break. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. So it's San Antonio now. The lead is 2.
Watch what happens when, like,
Back to Leonard.
if this ever does get popular, not mine, but like somebody, like the concept I'm talking about, when the women flood in there That's when you know it's popular. That's when you know it's because Ali LaForce. Can you imagine how many like podcasters or like women that are on the internet that probably shouldn't be on certain they should be like reporters. That's what they should do with their content.
Great catch, great flush. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth.
Like, you will have people reporting this. There will be major reporters that end up they don't go to college. They report on. There's none. Who's reporting on simulation video games? Maybe NBA, like the NBA TV or whatever, 2K TV. But that's not like this. That's when people are actually playing the game. This is a whole different concept of people not playing the game at all. This makes it more legit.
Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
And that was a good read from Leonard. Noticing the overcommitment and the support. Peyton passes to Howard.
I don't know. Would people rather bet on, you know, people playing in this game or a different one?
6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Hardaway. Outside Peyton. Here's Shrimp. Right side Hardaway. And the shot goes in. Hardaway's got 10 points in the quarter.
This run has been fueled by their mandatory defense.
Here's Parker. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
You know what's cool about the simulations too?
Big moments. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Instead of having to like, you know, it's a blowout, they're not coming back, you can just like simulate the rest of the game, you know, and not even have to like watch it or anything or film it, or you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, okay, my team is not gonna win. This or you can keep filming it and you can keep like talking too, like, I mean, 82 games, there's a lot of games, so plus the playoffs and then an all-star game.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
I really think Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those role-breaking players who changes the game of basketball.
Here's Kemp. Kawhi Leonard.
That's a horrible shot.
Leonard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Where's Durant? That should have been Durant shooting that.
Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half. Seattle shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency. Here's Howard.
Like, what is this? This is why you're losing.
Number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
There's no reason to take shots like that. Just throw it up. I'm gonna throw up a hook from 3-point land.
Wembanyama down low. Guarded by Howard. Howard with a block. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to
Best shot blocker in the NBA.
read on defense to come up with a block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
Here's Wembanyama. Wemby, unstoppable and close. Seattle trails by 5.
I think it's kind of different.
Peyton up top.
kind of cool. I made the simulation because I think it's just fun. Like, what is this, dude? Why are you making that shot?
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Parker against Peyton. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
San Antonio leading by 3. Fox outside. Pass to Robinson. Back to Fox.
I just like this idea. So there's no stoppage. If
And it's Seattle with the ball.
you know when the game's supposed to be played. If you don't play it or record, it's basically if you don't record content, that's on you, man.
And that one's long. Parker passes to Fox. Wow, Fox gets it coming close.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Like basically,
Howard, a screen.
you could just if you want to take a vacation from it and didn't want to, like you're gonna be like away, you can't create content or whatever in the league or have access. You could just have somebody do it for you. But like I said, we need YouTube and video game consoles or whatever develops out of this to work together to
And here's Fox.
be able to integrate the game so
Back and forth they go.
And Fox is a gamer. Someone that wants to step up and deliver in a short moment.
you can just have these games like automatically scheduled
San Antonio leading by 5.
and they'll be aired.
Fox outside. Screen by
That requires linking stuff together, which they haven't been doing. We got crypto and they haven't been linking anything. We don't even have a video game currency. Like what it was, a VC? I can't cash that out into real money. It's not currency.
Leonard there for the rebound.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Robinson, a screen on Hardaway.
I can't take that currency, like cash it onto something else and put it onto a different platform.
6.
They don't want you to.
Look at Leonard. Dialed in from deep.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Seattle
Well.
trails by 10.
Are they gonna make it a series?
There's a minute 17 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even
I mean, when I'm sitting here seeing
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 from the arm.
Dwight Howard shoot fadeaways that are like 15 to 18 feet, like what are you doing, dude? That's why we're losing. Like taking bad shots,
Guarded by Peyton.
and they hit their shots. They're shooting extremely well this game.
Fox against
We only got 106. We haven't been shooting well at all.
Seattle with the ball.
See what I mean?
With the jam.
and that's why you don't do the
Yeah, we're still in the game. I mean, but down by 6. They got the ball. Now we're doing the foul. 43 seconds. Here we go. Like this better not drag on for another like 10 minutes because of this.
Double team on Fox.
This is what's bad at the end of basketball. The fouling and it's just
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, the skyscraping alley.
hey, gotta stop them if you want to win.
feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead, but time's dwindling.
Yeah, at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And Seattle calls time here. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth.
They're not shooting threes. I don't know.
It's become the primary keys at this point.
It's gonna be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
I don't know why they're shooting twos. I always shoot threes right now. You got Ray Allen, you got Kevin Durant. Like you shoot threes. Even I think Gary Payton's okay at shooting
9
threes.
seconds separating the shot
Like-
clock and game clock.
Not that guy, but he can hit them. But he's not the greatest.
You can pass. On offense here at San Antonio. And now they've assigned a foul intentionally. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And Seattle calls time here. There's
I have to
18 seconds
remember-
left in the fourth quarter here.
I have to remember to change their
What are
shoes.
the keys to focus on here? They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work on.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. Second free throw, no good that time.
They
He
pushed that
wanted
ball.
one. From downtown.
That's it.
Okay, get a little creative with the
There's no point to fouling at this point.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's San Antonio with the W. Things were looking scary for them coming into tonight, but with this win, they're right back in it.
They showed a lot of character and a lot of heart. Many experts have written them off, but now we've got a series.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA